Yo, what's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine,
And I am still James.
and we're here to bring you an epic review on a movie called Lost Bullets. This Netflix just released this like I think this week, and it's in the top 10 list. So we watched it, and we're gonna go ahead and do a review. But before we do that, we got an intro. All right, all right, we back. So, all right, Lost Bullet. I think this might be a French film. I
Yeah.
was, is it
Yeah.
okay? Because I knew it had to be foreign because I can just tell that it was dubbed. But for some reason, I thought I was thinking France. I could be wrong, but I think it's French. Netflix just released it like maybe like last week. And like I said, it's on the top 10 list. It's an action movie that when I seen the trailer, I was drawn in. I was thinking it was just all racing, but
Yeah.
it's not. What did you think? What was your first thoughts on it? Did you see the trailer first?
Yeah. I saw the trailer first. I was thinking it was going to be like something in the vein of Need for Speed or Fast
Yeah,
and the Furious.
but it was not. All right, so um, damn it, what was the name of the main character?
Lino.
Nino or Lino?
Lino.
Yeah, Lino. So it start off with these characters, man. Lino, which I was like, if you okay, so he's I guess I don't know. Okay, he like a mechanic, so I don't know if he like a petty criminal already, but his friend is one of those. I need some money, dog. I need you to do this for me. So they had this plan, and I was like, oh, okay. I want to see how this gonna go, cause I like how it start off. That's why I was telling you it started off well, where they had this plan where they need some money. So dude was just gonna drive into, I guess, a jewelry store, take whatever they can get, and drive out the back and go.
Yep.
I'm like, I literally smash and grab. You know what I'm saying? That was his plan. I was like, okay, I guess he know what he's doing because he got the helmet, he got the he hooking that mug up, he putting engine in the back seat and putting the nitrous, and all that. If anybody know how to hook up, soup up cars, looked like he knew what he was doing. I think he knew. I ain't no big car enthusiast, but it looked kind of dope. He hooking his car
Right.
up, and the plan didn't go right. And that scene was kind of cool. It's like, smash into the building, and what happened, bro? You want to tell her what happened? Why it didn't go right? Because I mean, like, he had a plan to smash to the building, steal the money, get the stuff, smash out and go. For some reason, the brakes went out. He smashed through the building, couldn't stop, went right through the back, and got in the car, stopped on his.
Like, watching him go through it, like he's checking, like, yeah, we good.
Right, I
Now, stay
mean,
in the
they
car. I need
set
you
that
to-
up
I need you
good.
to Put away.
Right. They set it up like this dude is straight pro. Lino, he know what he doing. This dude is smart.
Down to like, look, I can't. You need to stay in that seat because I need this weight. in the
Yeah. They
or we
set it
won't
up.
make it.
They set it up like dude knew what he was doing. He's a professional. He done this before. He's smart. And at
But he
the
didn't check the brakes.
so I mean maybe all the stuff he did to the car, had something to do with that or whatever. Anyway, like you ain't even a good mechanic. You're a shitty thief, and you ain't even a good mechanic if you don't even know how to check your brake fluid, man. It's like what the hell? And I'm like, okay, I already think, okay, first of all, the actor himself, he got this look, he got a caveman look because he got this big protruding brow that I'm like, okay, I guess they thought, he's got like, smooth features like a model, and then once they go up to his forehead, like, oh, whoa. It's like it's like they saw your headshot. They was like, oh yeah, I like this guy. I can use him. Then they saw that forehead, like, oh shit, what the? That dude
This
like
dude
a
got
straight.
a crash test forehead, dude.
That dude look like a Neanderthal or some shit. His damn forehead just huge. So that already kind of tell me like maybe he ain't that bright.
Right.
So the movie kind of is about a petty criminal going to jail, and he's real good at souping up cars. So I thought it was gonna be about street racing. I thought it was gonna be kind of like fact when I first saw it. I'm like, oh, okay, I got it, because they what happens is one of the cops. I don't know his name. I'll probably put a picture up and post. But one of the cops that be chasing down guys, I guess they got. I forgot what they called those people. They have a name for people that can outrun them. Do you remember?
Yeah.
He called them something.
Go fast.
Or something. So I guess in France they got people that outrun the cops by souping up cars or whatever. So he needed somebody that can soup his cop cars up to to catch up these criminals and stuff, which is actually not a bad idea, but the movie didn't stay with that.
No.
That's why I was
that
like,
was my second bit of plot.
yeah, and then that's why I was like, that seems to be a better movie than what I got. And I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna get into everything we got, but but setting up that plot, setting that plot up was kind of interesting. And so as we started watching it, it turned into something else. And what it turned into was that same old story. I got to prove my innocence. You know what I'm saying? That I got framed. I need to prove my innocence. So I'm on a roller coaster ride to find out who framed me or get the proof I need to prove my innocence. Stuff like that. That same cliche story, which I've seen 100 times played out.
Part of the problem is there's like maybe a decent half hour of plot between when he gets the job and when the plot actually starts.
Yeah, and this was what the thing was, where what they made it look like would have been a much better movie opposed to that same old plot. So going from there, and I don't want to spoil anything. You already know, the cop that recruited him to work for them is like his mentor, and they did some old cliche stuff where hey man, you did such a good job, man. This is your early release papers, and I got a job for you waiting when you get out. How you like those apples? Better not be playing with me, man. All we got to do is pick up my homeboy and drive off until the sunset and live happily ever after. That ain't going to happen, bro.
Look, I know you all thought this was going to work out, but no, we didn't.
Well, I mean, I knew that his mentor was going to get killed from, the minute that he was being all nice and hooking him up and all that and being...
You can't be the down-ass mentor in this kind of movie and expect
to
live to the end of the
But
movie.
that's what I'm saying. That's how these plots work in all these movies. You got a mentor to help you out, and then you got the guys either dirty cops or somebody that they know that turn on them or whatever. They take him out, and you're gonna take the blame for it, and then you get the one person that wasn't corrupted. You ally yourself with them, and y'all try to get the evidence to show that you didn't do it or whatever. It's the same, same washed out plot. I kind of pissed me off. I would like to have seen a racing movie using those, the beginning of, not just a racing movie, but more about the cars than just I don't think they have the money though. When you look at the way they budget this, the way the budget looked, they had room for one crash, one one car chase, one crash. That's all you got, bro.
Even if you look at the cars they use, like most of these movies, they would have budgeted for a couple of high end sports cars or something. Nah, everything's a hatchback.
Yeah.
everything that ain't a hatchback is a two-door sedan, 2 or 4 door sedan.
Right.
There's nothing
No,
like
no, but I tell you what, they have some nice cars, but nobody wasn't driving them up.
no.
They
They
only,
parked all those cars in
yeah,
a hangar. They showed you one shot of them. Okay, let's go.
right.
We ain't gonna deal with these.
So no, we ain't racing them up. No. He's like, they drove it to a place,
Like
they drove it to a hangar where
the
all
same
these nice
thing.
cars was like, yeah, you gonna work on these cars and you know and this is your new job or whatever. I just gotta take care of one thing. I just try to take care of one thing before I turn in your release papers.
Like I don't know which is worse, like the level of cliche or the zero effort that went into hiding the fact that this movie was cliche.
Yeah, I think a lot of it had to do with the budget, though. I just feel like,
Yeah.
I just feel like I said, they had a little chase scene at the beginning, which actually wasn't too bad, and they had a accident. I mean, they did a little, they did a little stunt with an accident with the car where it kind of like it looked like nobody was in that car when it hit. They had a car like hit
Yeah.
like head on, and I swear it was nobody in that car. And then the next scene, they come out as two dead bodies in that movie. So the budget clearly was showed. But okay, yeah, they just didn't have the budget to, do a lot. So it was going to be more on the action on him trying to prove his innocence or whatever. And they had, a couple of fight scenes or whatever. What you think of the fight scenes?
They're not the worst fight scenes I've ever seen.
Yeah, they weren't too bad.
Say, like they weren't anything, like next level. It wasn't, It Man. It wasn't Matrix. It wasn't nothing like that.
Right.
But
Right. It wasn't a raid or nothing. But you know what?
Right.
I kind of respect that because I'm looking like at least he didn't turn out to be this kung fu master that can beat.
Oh, yeah.
It was more like he was just a brawler. He was a brawler that was just banging with these cops just because he was desperate. That makes more sense than him like doing all these dope ass moves and climbing up the wall and handcuffing them and you know what I'm saying, doing all these badass choreographed moves like you see most of these action movies where it's a martial art master, but usually he's doing whatever. But today he's a martial art. Anytime he needs in trouble, he's a martial art master, whatever. But yeah, he was just a brawler.
It occurs to me the only thing that keeps this movie from being like a Luc Besson film,
Yeah,
is the fact that he's not secretly a martial arts master. Like, this could be, the mechanic or the transporter.
right. I would say
but
it would have been like Jason Statham, in one scene he's just a mechanic, and the next scene he's so damn good at fighting that he can fight all these cops and not get hurt, and not kill anybody. No, in this movie. He fought all these cops, but it was sloppy. But it was, it was like, I'm just trying to live, because I especially like this scene where they kind of ganged up on him, and I'm like, okay, how you gonna get out of this? And he didn't do no dope ass martial art move. He just like grabbed the mace off somebody's belt and started spraying him in the eyes. It's like, get off me! And everybody just let go, like, ah, fuck.
It wasn't even like in some movies if you see that move, dude, like. It was like he caught himself in it. Like you see him,
yeah.
like God damn,
right, and that was kind of more realistic. I like that. So the fight scenes, I kind of like how realistic it was. So the fight scenes were pretty good, and then and that's when we moved in right into the cliche. I got to prove my innocence, and I need to find the one person that's not dirty because this is about dirty cops basically. He was working with the police. And they turned on him. Well, they, turned on his mentor because he saw something he shouldn't saw or some shit. Seen that before. And now it's this race to prove his innocence. And they're trying to shut him up by killing him. See this all the time.
yeah.
So it's kind of like, just enjoy the ride. But the budget was so low that, y'all kind of lost me after this little fight in the police station. It wasn't too much more after that. I mean, did you enjoy the rest of that? I mean, I could be wrong. What you like?
I was pretty much just waiting for the movie to be over.
Right.
it was, like it's not like it's not an entertaining flick. I ain't gonna say that. It's just there's
Hmm.
nothing to it. You
Right.
know.
Right. I was looking for plot wise. I was looking for them to give me something new, and it was the same old, same old. So that's why I was just a little disappointed on the same old thing, where he got the person on his side that wasn't corrupt, and now they're trying to prove his innocence, and you know, and turn out to a shootout. The shoot. How you like the shooting scenes?
Uh, those were a little less enjoyable than the fight scene. Like there's not a lot of impact to it. There is a later what almost ends up being a shootout that turns into a fight scene at that barn. I really like that one.
Yeah.
But outside of that, the shooting was just eh, yeah. And I think that goes back to the budget. Like they just didn't budget for like the effects on that. So it's
Yeah.
like instead of having to like choreograph that endlessly, they just like, look, here's a couple of pop guns.
Right.
Make sure it looks like you're shooting in the right direction, and we're good.
Right. And I like to see if they get this, if they get a budget to actually do some more with that. I would love to see what they can do because I feel like you said, it's like it had the feel of that Luke Bazan. How you say his last name? Luke.
Uh,
You just said it. Luke Bazan.
I said it both ways. I don't know if it's Besson or Besson,
It's
but
Bazan, but it had that feeling of the Luke Bazan kind of movie. But like I said, he has budgets, so he'll give you a
yeah,
little more. Where it's it'll be a cliche plot, but the action is so good that all right, I forget it. This was a cliche plot, but the action wasn't good enough to make up for
right.
it, in my opinion. So I was kind of let down just a little bit. It wasn't too bad though. It wasn't like that other one, the Last American Crime. That was just stupid. That was just stupid and dull. But this was like you said, it was semi enjoyable. It was a good rental. Something you could just sit back, rent, enjoy for what it is, and move on. Uh, so I mean, that goes to that's pretty much my rating. It's an all right. It's I give it an all right because it started off real good. It had some good cinematography, but it fell into a cliche plot that I've seen a million times, and and I'm like, okay, well, you had a good idea. Maybe the budget wasn't there to continue it, but if they would have been a little more creative with the little money they had, the bad part is just the writing. It just turned out to, just like I said, the same cliche stuff. I was looking forward to seeing like a high octane racing or car chase movie, and I got one car chase, one decent fight, and a couple of shootouts, and the same cliche plot. So for that,
Yeah.
I'll give it all right. What you give it?
You know what? Because watching this movie, like this movie isn't like offensively cliched. It's not like you're gonna be like, how you gonna put this movie in front of me in 2020? It's not that bad,
Right.
Like it's a very watchable movie if you just need something to put on and you're not gonna need to get involved or do any like heavy thinking about the plot. It's fine. The acting in this movie is at worst decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's French. What you want?
Comment. But it's like you said, the biggest weakness of this writing is the budget and the writing, because the plot just isn't there. There's
Right. I
there's
mean,
nothing.
it's the same blueprint.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Where you got movies like this where um, you've seen it 100 times. So if I know exactly what they're gonna go and exactly what they're gonna do, it's not doing nothing for me. You got to
right,
give me something that I haven't seen or just something I wouldn't expect.
right.
You
Like
got to kind of
better writing
turn it
would
around.
have a better writing team would have come up with some kind of gimmick to like make this a little more punchy to make it stick with you a little longer.
Yeah,
It's like get done watching the movie, you had like I had to look up the character's name because I'm like, what was his name? It was
yeah,
it was some bullshit name. It's like there's nothing memorable about this movie. There's nothing like horrible about it per se, but there's nothing memorable.
Right, and that's the thing with these. If you gonna make it cliche like that, you gotta give me some action that I won't forget. You know,
Right.
and it's a lot of those Hong Kong movies where the plot was just nothing, but the action stuck
Yeah.
with stayed with you. That it made up for any bad plots. And then sometimes the action ain't all that, but the plot was so good that you was very invested. So
Right. So like, if they get another go round with this franchise, I hope they get some money in a one, spend that money on the writing team. Yeah. This movie is all right. It's not horrible. It ain't hot garbage. It's just all right.
yeah, same here. All right, so that is our review for Lost Bullet, Netflix Lost Bullet. It's worth checking out. It's worth you're looking for a movie. If you like action, it's worth checking out. It's not the best, but it ain't the worst. So I recommend it for if you just looking for an action movie and you want something to watch. I'm not saying it's that gotta see, but if you ain't got nothing else to watch, check it out. Ain't bad. All right, that's our review for Lost Bullet, and we're gonna wrap up. Thanks for checking out the video, and please subscribe to the channel. We need those subscriptions.
Help us get
And
them numbers, y'all.
you said what?
Help us get them numbers. We need them.
Yeah, give us some thumbs up and all that good stuff. All right, we out of here, y'all.
Peace.